At this moment in hockey history, Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division. After 51 games skated, they have a record of 18, 26, and 743 points, has them, well, almost eliminated from the playoffs at this moment in time, but there is still the slimmest hope and possibility of the Predators making a run. 12-9-3 is their home record. That's where their next game will take place against the Ottawa Senators. The Preds have scored 134 goals this season. They've given up 164 against. That's a goal differential of minus 30. We'll get into the Preds and the Sens in just a moment, but first, let's talk about the Central Division updated standings. The Winnipeg Jets in first place at 77 points. They've expanded their lead to 10 points now over the Dallas Stars, who are in second place with 67 points. The Minnesota Wild at 66 in third place. The Colorado Avalanche have 62 points in fourth place. Utah sits at fifth place with 51. St. Louis at 50, and then the Nashville Predators at 43 in seventh place, and the Chicago Blackhawks in eighth place, 37 points on the season. For the Predators, an interesting week ahead on the calendar. Once they wrap up this game on a Monday night, they won't play again until Friday at Chicago, and then Saturday in Buffalo, and then off until the 22nd versus Colorado, and the 23rd versus New Jersey, and then the 25th, the Predators will host the Florida Panthers at Bridgestone Arena, so the Four Nations tournament break is coming very soon. The season series between the Nashville Predators and the Ottawa Senators, this is the second of two regular season meetings. They met back on December the 7th. Ottawa scored the 3-1 victory in Ottawa. It was Saros taking a loss, going 27 out of 30. Svechkov scored the goal for the Predators. Allmark 36 of 37 to pick up the victory. Cousins and Giroux pick up goals in that game. The Ottawa Senators at this point in time, 28, 20, and 4 in the standings. That's 60 points, third overall in the Atlantic Division. 12, 13, and 2 on the road is respectable. 148 goals in the season, 140 given up. That's a goal differential in the positive of +8. In their most recent stretch of 5 completed games, the 23rd of January saw a 2-0 loss at the Boston Bruins. But then on the 25th of January, 2-1 win versus Toronto. The 26th of January, 3-1 win versus Utah. The 30th of January, a 5-4 overtime win versus Washington. And most recently, on the 1st of February, a 6-0 win versus the Minnesota Wild. Merrill picked up the victory and got the shutout with 16 saves. Take a look at the numbers between these two teams in this individual matchup. The goals for the Nashville Predators, 2.61 per game, is 30th, sinking again in that statistical metric. The goals for, when it comes to the Ottawa Senators, 2.83 is 21st in the league. Goals against Predators giving up 3.22 per game is 24th. The Ottawa Senators giving up 2.67 per game is 6th overall in the NHL. The Sens also 8th overall in shots on goal with 29.7. The Preds are at 5th, though, at 30.2. Shots against, Preds give up 29.2 per game. That's 23rd overall in the NHL. The Ottawa Senators are giving up 27.3 shots against per game. That's 11th, just outside the top 10. Their power play puts them right back into a top 10 metric, though, 23.4% conversion rate. 40 conversions on 171 opportunities. That's 9th best in the NHL. The Predators power plays at 21.1% conversion rate. That's 17th best in the league. 31 conversions, 147 opportunities. Preds PK is ahead of Ottawa's 82.2% kill rate, 7th best in the league. 27 power play goals against. The Sens' 78.8% kill rate is 17th in the league. 32 power play goals against. Individual statistics and scoring leaders for each of these teams. Let's start with the Nashville Predators. We haven't seen much movement in these numbers the last couple of games. Forsberg, 18 goals, 31 assists for 49 points. Marchessault's at 15 and 23 for 38. The captain, Roman Josi's at 9 goals, 26 assists for 35 points. Steven Stamkos, 17 goals, 16 assists, 33 points. And O'Reilly's 14 and 15 for 29. Over on the Ottawa Senators side of things, Stützle leading the way with 17 goals, 35 assists for 52 points. Batherson, 15 and 28 for 43. Kachuk's got 20 goals, 21 assists, 41 points overall. Giroux at 10 and 25 for 35. And Sanderson, 4 goals, 29 assists for 33 points. When it comes to the goaltending matchup, Forsberg in net for the Ottawa Senators, 2-9-1 on the season, 2.87 goals against average, and 8.95 save percentage. UC Saros in net, the record is not good, 11-21-6. The goals against is a 2.84. The save percentage is 902, 4 shutouts on the season. That's got you all set up for the Predators on Monday night, hosting the Ottawa Senators, and then they'll be off until Friday when they face off against the Blackhawks again. Let's take you back to Pittsburgh. It's the Rebirth Sports full game recap. It's coming up next, right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.